Hello gang, and welcome back to Joe's Arcade. And first of all, top of the list in this week's episode is it was brought to my attention by actual Joe that there is a game out here called Trap Shoot, which I neglected to put up on the wall, so going to start by doing that. Why would I have spent all the time modeling this outside if I wasn't going to bring that in? Silly me. So, gonna go to the 3D warehouse, and we're gonna look for Trap Shoot arcade game. Let's see what we can find. I know it's been modeled, but searching for it might be kind of tough. There we go. Trap Shoot classic game. That looks like it by this Ian K. So I will go ahead and download that into the model directly. And let's see, we got to do some rotating of that thing. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. This is a pretty fun little game, I must say. And positioning wise, I have got my typical notes. Let's go ahead and bring this off. And oh yeah, I forgot to introduce the music of the video. What am I doing jumping into it so fast? Music of the video, I'm going to be kind of checking out somewhere in the between by Streetlight Manifesto. So link in the description as usual. Anyway, let's take a look at my notes here. I'm not sure if this is in my additional, it is in my supplemental notes. So I've got a note over here from my supplemental site visit that says Trap Shoot is 40 inches from the edge of the store, and then it's 41 inches up to the top of it. So let's go 40 inches over, 41 inches up. And I'm kind of curious how this is going to lay in here, but let's just go ahead and do it and make a decision from there. Yeah, so that's interesting. I suspect I meant in my notes by 41 inch vert to top of Trap Shoot. Pretty sure I meant to bottom of Trap Shoot, because that looks much more correct, especially if I were to jump into my video footage and kind of confirm this here. Yeah, that would be correct the way I have it now. So there we go. There is Trap Shoot where it belongs. All right, so now that is, oh my, look at that face there, or lack thereof, I guess. Yeah, so the next thing to do is to kind of keep adding a few more of these furniture type details that can really continue to round out the room here. So last time we added a file cabinet, the other file cabinet. This time I'm going to take a look in the warehouse for some kind of a fridge model. Let's see what I can find. If I search refrigerator, and it's actually a combo fridge freezer, and it is white, so this is a decent start for a model. Maybe take a quick look at the video footage just to refresh myself of what style I'm looking for here. And because it's pretty unlikely this exact model's in there, of course, I'm going to have to do some modifications, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, we are looking for just a single door. So it's actually a freezer, not a fridge. Stand up freezer. Let's see what I can find if I just search that. kind of like this. Oh, this looks like a neat model though. I'd like to find something that's got a decent handle modeled to it. Let's see here. This one might be our option. Although this one has got all this food and stuff inside it, I think this is maybe the like high quality model. I don't want actually all that detail though. It's just going to slow down the model. It's never going to be, nobody's ever going to go into this model to see what's in the freezer. Let's see what we've got further down. It's a fridge freezer. Just not what I want. Handles do look alright though. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with one of these ones from much higher up top. Probably this one. I'm gonna try one more time. Refrigerator. Because in the end they look about the same. See if I can find a refrigerator that I can modify to fit my needs. Kind of like that almost. Wow. Big old refrigerator truck, that's cool. What a tough decision this is. There's more refrigerator. Guess they're all refrigerators, aren't they? Because that's what I searched. Yeah, nothing here's really sticking out to me that much. Looks like we've got some re-uploads of some models as well. So let's just search freezer again here. And wow, I've got, feels like very different results. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. It's got a good number of downloads. I'm just not crazy about that handle. A little bit of being picky here is gonna, I think, end up a lot nicer. Take one an additional look here, see if I can find some better intel on the looks of this thing. Probably not something that you really spend a lot of time looking at in routine videoing, but you never know. Just want to try to get something that's close. Not in that video. Might have something right at the end of this one. Hope I turn around. Oh, I did. I did turn. But I don't think I'm really turning in the way I want to go. It's a Frigidaire. I doubt I have anything in electrical components because that was mostly a ceiling height investigation. Check a couple photos too. Probably not. Mostly just light switches and a little bit of furniture stuff here, but I was not intelligent enough to grab that one. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just have to go with kind of a stock fridge here, and it'll be pretty close, I think. Alright, I have a plan. I'm going to download this one. We'll load that guy in. Move it out like that. Let's see how this thing was modeled. Pretty much all single lines and stuff. I'm going to delete. I'm going to delete this handle. This line, and basically I'm just going to extend this all the way to the bottom. Make a single door there. And then this handle should be a little bit longer. And it should be a little bit lower. Let's bring it up a couple inches. That looks about as close as we're gonna get, I think. One other thing I can do, because depending on rendering methods, you can end up with, you know, hidden lines basically everywhere along your edges. So I'm going to, oops, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to offset it. Oh, 0.25 inches. It's not what I want to do at all. I think I want to copy that, not offset it. Yeah, let's go 0.25. And I'm going to bring that in 0.2 inches. Just create a little bit of definition there. I'm going to bring this up actually another ½ inch because there'd be some clearance here. And there we go. Just got a little bit more definition in that door. That's all I was after there. And of course we have actual dimensions for this thing, or rough dimensions. The fridge should be 64 tall. It is 70, so let's pop in here, grab everything Oh, one more layer. Grab all of that, and we'll move it down. 70 minus 64 is 6, so we'll move it down 6 inches. And suddenly this handle is looking awfully tall. So let's move that back down our 3 inches that we did before. Okay, we should be 32 inches wide. I would say we seem to be suspiciously close to that, but not exactly that. 31.985. This thing was modeled in detail, and it seems to be true to itself, at least. Just for the sake of maintaining my sanity, I'm going to take this and I'm going to move that over. So 1 minus 0.985. Should have just been able to figure that, but it's been a long day. 0.015. We've got 32. Cool. Well, we got an autosave going. And our depth is going to be 26.5 inches. And we have 28. So I'm looking to knock 1.5 inches off of that. There we go. We have our fridge. So I'll rotate that here. And we'll move it in. Okay, place that, and we've got a note here that it is 3 inches from the edge of the door. That's what that crazy note is saying, so I will oblige that. Let's see where it puts us. Whew, tight. I can move that thing back 1/2 inch too. There we go. Okay. I think we've got that in position. So let's see, taking a look here. I'd like to at least get something else in. I wonder. There's a couple bigger task models that might even be whole episodes by themselves to get figured out. That is popcorn machine and a water fountain. Although I think this popcorn machine is pretty close, and I might use that. So let's take a look here and see what we can find from our video footage or pictures. Here's the popcorn machine right here with the popcorn supplies on it. Yeah, might be able to get something pretty... Oh, wrong thing on the wrong screen. Again! Windows, you're getting confusing these days. Or maybe I'm just getting old. Okay. So popcorn machine that kind of looks like that. This is a decent stand-in for that. If I made that silver I like that it has popcorn in it too. Popcorn wagon, cool. There's all kinds of cool stuff on the SketchUp warehouse. Yeah, I think we will try to drag this thing in. Kestra and C. Yeah, let's bring that in. This is definitely a very full SketchUp model. Save often. And I will actually bring it out like usual. For a second there, it was like I was going to skip that step. Okay. Let's get to where we can see our dimensions. So this popcorn machine, 24.5 inches tall. Well, what do we have? 25.5 and 24. Some to there. This is interestingly modeled. Pretty specific detail there. Okay, so I need to make this an inch shorter. Just kind of taking a feel here. I think I can pull that inch off the top here. And that will be fine. Whoa, what's going on with this top here? Oh, there's a little offset. Neat. There's a lot of good effort put into this model. I like that. Good job, modeler. Thank you for putting it on the warehouse. We will bring that up an inch. Yeah, I can't remember how far I moved it up. I think it was 6 inches. Yep, it was. I'll move it down there, and we're still in pretty good shape here. I've got something here that's just kind of like straight lines. Let's delete those. And we've got a straight line up here as well. .24. There we go. Not going to worry too much about, total model integrity. It's more more about can we get it to look nice. I think that's on the right track. And next we've got our length is 19 and it is 14 inches deep. Let's see where we're at now. So it needs to be narrowed up a little bit. And 19.5, so it needs to be widened just a smidge. Got this excellent popcorn effect here. That I don't want to mess up. So I'm going to be approaching this kind of carefully. So start with pushing it closer together here. 14, so 1.5 inches closer together. Here we've got like 3/4 of an inch. I'd like to maintain that. I'm going to explode this whole thing so I don't have to click in as many times to get to what I'm after. And it looks like I can explode it again with no harm done. Now at this part it starts to come apart. So let's move that 20 inches this way. No harm, no foul, I hope. What happens if I grab this and I move it 1.5? Starting to get some clash with this popcorn image. But I think I can move that inside the metal casing just a little bit here. What is going on there? Does not seem to want to move on the red axis, which is strange. But I think I can convince it, maybe. No, I cannot. So all I'm trying to do here really is just move that thing. In that way. Interesting. This is an image, huh? See some more details. There's what I'm after, I think. I can adjust the width of this thing. So let's change it to 9.32. And there we go. I've replaced it. And let's move it 10 over while I quickly deal with this glass. That was interesting. Interesting process to get that in the right spot. Okay, sorry, I'm being unusually silent. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not messing up this model. I've kind of done this thing where I've gotten into something a little more complicated than I anticipated all of a sudden. I want to make sure that I don't goof that up. 9.32 was our magic number here. For moving this stuff. And I need to get in and tweak that glass. a straight line, and a straight line. Clean up as many of those things as I can always. Okay. So I've adjusted that side. So now if I move this 20 inches back, what is an inch and a half too short? So what I need to do is shorten this base. Let's move that over 52 inches. Okay, I've shortened that component now by an inch and a half. So I'm going to move that over an inch and a half. And see what else needed to be moved with it. So that, these all have to get moved over with it. And those need to be moved over. This kind of stuff's an easy way to find all kinds of little straight lines like that. I think this actually was supposed to be on the outer face, huh? The coordinate axes are different on this machine. That's why I was getting thrown earlier. Trying to move that image. Okay. So that's been moved. And we'll move that 1.5. Okay. So now, moment of truth. Does it look okay still? Yeah, it sure does, and it's 14 inches wide. Okay. Now for my next trick. This is going to be the toughest one of all. I'm going to expand this thing by 1/2 inch. So this needs to be, if I'm creating a new center and I'm moving everything to the right, it needs to be 1/4 inch further to the right. So I'll do that now, and then I'm going to just move it 100 inches to the right. Now, this is going to be tricky. I want good luck. I'm going to move it 52 inches to the right. Okay, this piece, that can be extended 1/2 inch, and it can be moved 52 inches to the right. Okay. This piece and that piece stay where they are, and I can just move them over. This piece and that piece are going to net shift 1/2 inch, and then I'll move them over by the rest. Look, I'm rebuilding the popcorn machine somewhere else. This piece, it's kind of a neat piece. We're going to move this one 20 inches to get it clear. This part in the center, that moves 1/4 inch, and this edge moves 1/2 inch. and then I can move this the 32 remaining inches. This piece, I'll keep it just centered, and I'll move it 1/4 inch, and then 52. Okay. Now is going to come more the part that I have to think a little bit. This is just a bar, I think. Complicated bar though. Let's move that 5 out so I can see what's going on. Yes, okay, so all of these move 1/4 inch to the right. This is going to move 1/4 inch to the right in total. I'll bring it out my 5 here to fool with it. And then this end will come out 1/4 inch. And we'll move it. And we'll move it. And that worked out all right. So we're headed in the right direction. And now I thought I had ungrouped all this stuff. Might have accidentally regrouped it there. Okay, now this is going to move over 1/4 inch because this door is going to get 1/4 inch wider. So then naturally, that's going to move 1/4 inch that way. And this edge will get 1/4 inch wider. And I can move all those over. Whew, we're getting there. This can move 1/4 inch over. And that can move over now as well. This piece, is this the glass or my image? Glass. That's getting 1/2 inch wider. This image is getting 1/2 inch wider. So this becomes 17.1351. Apply that. And I now want to shift it 1/2 inch because it grew in the other direction than what I wanted. And I can move that over. Okay. This piece moves over 1/2 inch. Let's group that thing and move it over. It's looking pretty good. That just moves over. This one is shifted 1/2 inch and then it moves over. These two move. These can move. That can move. These, I'm going to make a big play here, can just move 52.5. And voila! We have expanded the popcorn machine. And it actually seems to have worked. Yeah, 19.5. Cool. Well, I suppose one of the last steps here is going to be to make this material current. Wow, there are a tremendous amount of materials in this model. I'm going to make APW metal current. Oh, come now. There we go. You are metal, and you are metal. It's metal and metal. Okay. So, I think that's not bad. There's one more thing I'd like to do if I can get it done here. Okay, let's start by copying this 25. I'm just going to make another copy that I will rotate 180. Kind of want to line it up with that. And I'd like to put it here-ish. I don't obviously want it to pop through the glass. Oh, where did I put that? Let's undo just a little bit here. Can't really see that through that glass now, can you? If I put it right there. Deciding how I like the look of that. The answer is not that much. It's real close to what I'm after. Yeah, but it's not quite. So, this may just be like a SketchUp rendering thing. But the question is, why can I see that through some of the glass but not all of it? And it doesn't just seem to be kind of a weird how SketchUp renders thing on those other sides. So maybe it's just a matter of you gotta look at it through the right angle. There, it's phasing through the pot. I don't want to texture that with the image. I want to texture this with the glass. Thinking maybe there's a chance that if I just reapply that texture, it'll work. Seems to, it's just like a weirdly, I don't know. I'm going to delete that. And, oh, and it's the same. Still get the same phasing. What if I reverse the face? Ah, then it's even worse. Okay, so don't do that. Orient those faces. Yeah, I think that's just the best that I'm going to get out of SketchUp's default rendering. Just got to look at it from the right angle and you can see that it in fact says popcorn. This side seems to work better because it is just a single face. There's less going on. It's not as thick. Very weird. Very, very weird. Yeah, if anybody has ever run into something like this before and knows how to really clean that up so it's working, I guess, like you'd expect it to. Oh. No, that's definitely not good. Yeah, if anybody knows how to get that to work like you'd expect it to, I'd be curious to know. That didn't do it either. We're going to let that lie. And just look at it from a direction we can read it. And this goes on top of our file cabinet. And let's make sure the bottom of those feet are on top of the cabinet. And I'd say that's pretty good. Move it like that, like that. Get as much real estate there as we can. Okay. Now there will, of course, be a nice angle here to leave this shot on where you can read the text. I'm kind of baffled by that. But, yeah. I guess that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on the next Joe's Arcade modeling session. Adios.